Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, it's Trubisky. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
White down. White 85. Express.
Come on. You better bring it. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case. And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun is Trubisky. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting them first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run here with Singletary, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky got his man complete over the middle. It's Steele. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Throwing here, Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Steele. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Trubisky now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Trubisky will throw. Able to find Shaheen here. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Devin Singletary. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 57 yards. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. Now this time, Carl throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Trubisky into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Let's go. Let's do it. That's their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Trubisky now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Steele. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, alert. Check 4. Watch out.
Again, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A great return there of 22 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 40 now on second down. Carr gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
the 46-yard line.
Carr now on first down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's another Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 34. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On play action, now Carr. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Khalil Mack, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Carr now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now on second and 13, Trubisky. Going to throw right side here, complete. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Bears have retaken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
We're good. 694.
Throwing now is Carr. Thomas has got it. Complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Carr completes it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Check the out, check the out, check the out.
On second down, McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it.
I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, orbit. Check my 45.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is going to be incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Trubisky. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll try to run for this with Singletary. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Trubisky to throw, and that's incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Riley Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Mike's up. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the 36, Trubisky, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd down and 4, Carr. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. Completes it to Samuel. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And Thomas has it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
Motion. 45's the mark.
Carr going to go on fourth down. Got his target, Samuel. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's Carr to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still...
Carr now on first down. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down. Carr, and this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Throwing now is Trubisky, and that will be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free, no first down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock's...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Khalil Mack in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. To throw his car. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Chicago, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's just more heartache as they drop their 12th game of the season. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.